What's up, guys? Alex Corey with cultivatedchange.com here. We're going back into the gym today. Today is back day, and today is back day in a hurry. I have less and less time for my own workouts just because life is busy, as I'm sure yours is. So I'm going to go over my two favorite machines specifically that I can use for a number of variations just to get in and get out and tear my back apart. Takes maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes and you're gonna feel like you're in there for an hour and a half. Let's get started. Ideally, you still warm up. So hit the gym. If you don't have time for a warm-up, either some brisk walking, jogging, stair stepper, elliptical, whatever you like doing. If you don't have time for that, the only thing, and this hits two birds with one stone, is leg raises. If you can, hanging leg raises are my favorite warm-up for almost every scenario. You're gonna stretch your back and get spinal flexion going at the same time, so perfect warm-up for a back day. So if you can hang, you'll feel your lumbar spine decompress, and then just bring your knees to your chest. And if you can, you want to point your butt forward, meaning instead of just bringing your knees straight up and down, you want to actually rotate yourself in a little bit. Let your spine, you should be bracing, but let your spine flex a little bit. We're trying to get that lumbar spine flexing a little bit, get some mobility going if you don't have time to do a full warm-up. Ideally, 5 minutes warm-up, 5 minutes core, and then start hitting the main exercises. First one, and I choose this as the first one because it's the hardest, and I always need the most energy for it. This is my favorite machine for back. This is the assisted pull-up machine. This is great for all exercise levels. If you're just starting, put basically your entire body weight, either put the pin on your body weight and maybe give yourself 25%. So take 25% off your body weight, or half, depends on what you're comfortable with, but even if you've never done a pull-up, just give yourself almost a full assist. So put a ton of weight on the bar. This one I'm showing you here. You have to load the bars. If you have a pin, put that pin, you can start, if half is too hard, go 10%, 25% less than your body weight. So have almost your entire body weight supported. The perfect grip, in my opinion, is slightly beyond shoulder width. So straight up and then out a little bit. Get a ton of blood flow and get that motion ingrained. And remember, there's a slight arc. It's not a straight up and down movement. So I position myself a few inches ahead of center, wherever my knees are, like you would be if you were hanging and you want yourself a little bit forward. So when you come up, it's actually a bit of an arcing motion. Your back doesn't pull you straight up and down. You actually arc, much like you do on a bench press. Pull with your shoulder blades first, so initiate by retracting your shoulder blades, and then pull. And at the top you want to squeeze, so your shoulder blades should be fully pinched together, your chest should be out like this, so you should end like that. And you should feel your lats, you should feel your traps, feel all of your back musculature. It'd be hard to get all the way down, but you should feel most of it on fire. Start out high, like 15 to 20 reps. Take a long break, minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, fully recover, not fully, but you should be able to breathe normally. Second set, I like to drop it down, so reduce some of that assisted weight, maybe even cut it in half. So I use half my body, or I throw about 50 pounds on there to start. So I'm actually lifting a buck 15, and I do 20 reps, and then I cut that weight in half, and I do 10 reps. And then before I start getting into the strength range, I widen my grip and I put some of that assist back on. So I will do way wider than shoulder width, probably about out here. And then I will put the same intensity in and get as many reps as I can. It's going to be harder because you have less musculature helping you, and you're going to be a little tired. As many as you can. Go 2 reps short of failure. Now you can either stick with that width, but I find that's enough to tag in those wide muscles so that they're going to assist, and I go back to just wider than shoulder width. If you're really crunched for time, go to the inner bar and do those. That'll really work your inner muscles right around your traps and your rhomboids. And then that's with the neutral grip, so your biceps will actually be able to help a little more in there if you're getting fatigued. 5 sets of your choosing of width and weight in there, but I really like to start out with super high reps and then come down into a strength range, ending somewhere between 5 and 8 reps. Once you get tired of that, we're going to go do an exercise or machine I just barely discovered, and I don't know why I hadn't done this sooner. Find a fly, one side of the fly machine, drop the weight down so it's about here. So you're going to sit on the ground, put your feet on a plate, brace the plate, and then you want the weight probably somewhere around your face level with a rubber or metal grip, and then you're choosing, but I like to do an upper body first. And then, so again, feel a full stretch when you come back, and then pull in as close as you can. You should feel all your upper back musculature and your middle back musculature, traps specifically, lats specifically, right here, just squeezing as hard as you can. And then don't let it pull you forward, but your arms should fully extend, and you should feel a stretch all along your back. You can see my muscle fibers stretching here just because I'm so lean. For probably 2, increase the weight as you go. Again, the first set should be your training set to get the motor pattern ingrained, and then increase the weight. Again, this is going to be about 5 sets, and what I like to do is those last 3 sets, or 2 sets, depending on how I'm feeling, drop the weight a little bit. You can use high weight on this because it's a fly machine. The way the pulley is designed, you can pull a ton of weight. The last ones, I like to bring the weight down here. That's why I like this fly machine. You can control the angle because if it's above you, you can pull it down at an angle. So I really like to pull down, grip the top of the handles, and arc it down here. And if you have a decent mind-muscle connection when you come down, you'll be able to feel that tension in your very lower lats. Really hard to get to those. And I saw that in a video maybe 6 months ago, and it's now part of my routine. Not much else hits all the way down there. Do those very slowly and fight that eccentric. So just feel the stretch all the way on the way back, and you'll feel it pulling on your posterior deltoids, your rear delts as well. So either top for 2 or 3 or bottom for 2 or 3. I like ending on the bottom just because they're slightly weaker and I can feel them just tear. And then do make sure you stretch your lats at least for 45 seconds each side or both if you don't have time, but Those are my two favorite. I just came back from the gym and did those, and they're on fire. Works. It's almost like a HIIT workout. If you want to put yourself under more tension, decrease your rest intervals. Depending on where you are, a minute to a minute and a half rest in between. If you want a brutal workout, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, don't let yourself fully recover. But if you would like in-person training, I am still accepting new clients in the Western North Carolina area, or I will be on crew.com if you'd like to do any virtual sessions. I'll be doing a lot of hard gainer, mainly hypertrophy, just because that's where I'm at. But if you'd like to keep up with me, feel free to follow me on there. I'll put the description in the bottom. Until next time, build your community, build your resilience. See you soon.